In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From the 6. Got a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. He's piloted 2 drives so far, and unfortunately not very well piloted. Both led to interceptions. Now they're facing the deficit. Another touchdown after that previous pick. Starting over here, 1st and 10. They run here with the second-year man from UNC, Javonte Williams. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And so the last 3 drives you've got.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
On the return is Lamb. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Started the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Griffin's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
RG3 outside of the pocket. You know that's where he can be really dangerous with the feet or here they are.
And that scares defenses in a big way because his ability to break ranks and still make big throws, or as you suggested, take off and go, how do you defend that when he's on his game?
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Here we go.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down.
Here's Griffin.
Able to hit his target, Lamb.
Touchdown!
CeeDee Lamb
From 19 yards away.
And the Cowboys take a 3-touchdown lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
The York on now for the extra point.
And it is now 21-0. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From the 6. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The offense getting set again. We spotlight Javonte Williams, the running back.
And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
They haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's 4th.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. Lamb to return it.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. He's got it at the 15. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rolling to his right. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now it's Griffin. Flush to his right.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
York able to send this one through.
And the route is on. It's 24-0.
So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
Takes it at the 7.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he's got room. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him
them going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Open man downfield, that's Smith-Schuster.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 33 yards that time. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Now a first down carry for Harris.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Damian Harris with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Takes it at the 7. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time.
Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Ted Hendricks making his presence felt.
Well, we've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
On third down, Griffin. It's brought in by Harris.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch in. Back now in Arlington.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Now a give, running left is Harris. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10.
65 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
So a toss play there does the trick as he's into the end zone.
And you don't run this unless you're sure you've got a guy who has the speed who can get to the edge, because what you're hoping for him to win the race to the corner and turn it upfield to the end zone.
York now for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it was Damian Harris who finished things off with a touchdown run. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From the 6. And able to get this out to the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Wilson. He's got it to Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Throwing is Wilson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Illegal forward pass. Come on, baby, we gotta do our job. We gotta do it.
So the big play nullified, illegal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
They'll try and throw for it with Griffin. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the officials saw as this play will stand as is. Extra point by York is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Takes it at the 7. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It's been a fun game for him so far, but I think he tried to do just a little too much that time. Get the defense a rare win on that snap.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Griffin gonna throw it. Caught left side to Crabtree. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They go play action with Griffin. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner.